Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So as you can see, I have no makeup on. That's because we're going to be talking about two new shades in Huda Beauty products, existing products, but just two new shades. So first we have a brand new shade in the color corrector. She actually came out with two new shades in the color corrector. I have one. I have the Cherry Blossom. This is the Cherry Blossom is a cool toned pink for light to tan skin tone. So again, color corrector. And I'm going to compare it to the Pink Pomelo and the Peach, which I already own. So we'll be discussing this one. And then I have the loose powder. So this is the loose powder. This is in the shade Peach Pie. This is a brand new shade, and this is described as a medium to tan with warm undertones. So I'm going to compare it to the two that I have, which is Cupcake and Pound Cake. Pound Cake is the one I use. Cupcake I had originally purchased for under my eyes, and I do occasionally use it for under my eyes. However, I have purchased Cherry Blossom, and it just hasn't gotten here yet. So I won't be comparing it because I don't have it yet, but I did purchase Cherry Blossom because I loved the look of the one from the pressed powder. While I liked the pressed powder, I didn't love it as much as I love the loose powder, so I did order it, but it just hasn't gotten here yet. So I'm going to be comparing this one. This one I think might be a little dark for me. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's too dark, but then the description says it's for medium to tan skin tone, so I don't know. But let's go ahead and take a look at these products. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at the new shade of the color corrector. So here is the box. Huda Beauty, you always have to like rip open the box in order to get it open, but I love these color correctors. I still don't like it as much as my Magic Vanish from Charlotte Tilbury, but that's like a staple and I use it all the time. And the Peach is a little dark for me. Well, I like Peach, especially when I have dark circles. The Peach is a little bit dark for me, but I can definitely make it work and I can definitely mix it. So I have the three shades. So I have the Cherry Blossom, which is the new one, the Pink Pomelo, and the Peach. So the descriptions for Cherry Blossom is a cool tone pink for light to tan skin tones. Pink Pomelo is a light pink for fair to light skin tones. And then Peach is a light pinky orange for light to medium skin tones. There's also a new shade called Lychee, which is a medium pink for deep tan to rich skin tones, which was obviously going to be too dark for me, so I did not get it. So let's go ahead and do some swatch comparisons of these three shades. Okay, so first we're gonna start with the new one. This is the Cherry Blossom. So that is Cherry Blossom. Again, it is described as a cool toned pink for light to tan skin tones. Next up, we have Pink Pomelo, which again, did look more pink when it's next to Peach, but next to the Cherry Blossom, it definitely looks more peach. And then finally, this is the Peach. And this is described as a light pinky orange for light to medium skin tones. Again, this one, you can see that these are definitely more peach than this one. This is more for brightening. This one is a little dark for me, but I can make it work if I thin it out or I use it with a very light concealer. Sometimes I will pair that one with a concealer that might be too light for me, that I just have the wrong shade, and I'll use that one, and then when I use the really light concealer, it kind of cancels it out, so that really works really well. So, but those are the three shade comparisons. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put the Cherry Blossom on this side and Pink Pomelo on this side, and then go in with my concealer over so you can see a side-by-side comparison. I'm not going to be comparing it to Peach as well. There's a comparison between Pink Pomelo and Peach on my channel already. I'll put it up here. You can look back at that, but also Peach is a lot darker, and Peach I think is more for coloring dark circles. So this is more for brightening, and I think that these two shades are just the most comparable. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to compare those two shades and then go in with the concealer. I'm not going to put any other makeup on. That's what I'm going to do, first, just do the two comparisons. So let's go ahead and start with Cherry Blossom. Okay, so I'm just going to put one little dot in the center in the middle and then one at the end. And then I'm going to use a brush, just kind of blend it out. So I really like this shade, the Cherry Blossom. I really like the Pink Pomelo. Like I said, the Peach has been a little dark for me, and that's probably the one I use the least, but I do like the other two. But this Cherry Blossom is really nice. Next up, I'm going to go in with Pink Pomelo on this side. Again, just two dots, one in the middle, or in the inner corner, and then one on the outer corner. And then I did clean this brush, and then I'm gonna go in and just do exactly what I did on the side with the cherry blossom. Okay, so here's a side-by-side comparison. I have nothing else, and not primer or anything, just moisturizer. So this is the cherry blossom, this is the pink pomelo. I think this difference is there, but it's very subtle. I do feel like this one's more brighter. This one is covering the dark circles a little bit more. So let's go in with the concealer and then take a look. Okay, so I have the Fauxfilter concealer, and this is in the shade Nougat, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. I just try and put as little bit of concealer as possible on both sides, and then I'm going to go in with the brush and blend it out on both sides. Okay, so I put the concealer on. I put pretty much the same amount. You can kind of see. So this is the side with the cherry blossom, and this is the side with the pink pomelo. And honestly, I like the side with the pink pomelo better. And the reason being is that I do have some darkness. I don't have a lot of darkness, but I do have some. And the pink pomelo does have more of a peach, so it does cover the darkness better. The peach is what neutralizes the darkness. And where this one is more pink, it's definitely more brighter, but I still see the darkness. Now again, I'm looking on a little, tiny mirror. I'm looking here, I'm looking in my camera viewfinder, and I don't have a big monitor, so that's where I'm looking, but I also kind of just looked in my mirror and I'm still seeing the same. Now, I like this side, but I like this side better. So I think it really depends on what your needs are. If you are 20 and don't have dark circles and you're just looking for that brightening and that highlighting effect, then you're probably gonna really like the cherry blossom. Whereas if you're me, or you're like me and you have darkness under your eyes and you wanna neutralize that darkness, then I would say go with the pink pomelo, or if you're a little deeper than me, go with the peach, and that will neutralize the darkness, and then go in with the powder of cherry blossom. So the cherry blossom, the pink powder, which I don't have yet. I have the pressed powder, but I really I don't mind it. It's not my, it's not my favorite for under the eyes. So I love the Huda Beauty powder. So I've used the Cupcake under the eyes, which isn't as brightening. It has a pink undertone, but it's not pink. So that's what I would say is if you have dark circles, go with the pink pomelo or the peach, and then use the cherry blossom if you want that pink, brightening effect. However, if you don't have a lot of dark circles and you're just looking for that brightening effect, then the cherry blossom might really be suited for you. It just really depends. Also, I think the cherry blossom is made for brightening for more variety of skin tones, because it says light to tan skin tones. So this is for brightening. It's not necessarily, it's a different type of color corrector. It's a different color, different type of color corrector. I do really like these. I use them a lot. I did a short on them, and I've done, I did a video on them. So I do really like these. They don't really crease. I like the concealer. I like using them together. They really work well. I continue to use them. So they are probably one of my favorite color correctors. Charlotte Tilbury, Natasha Denona, and then Huda, they all have some great color correctors. Those are the three staples. My favorite is Charlotte Tilbury, but also that's probably my holy grail for several years now. I think it would take a lot to knock that one off. And maybe it doesn't even look as good. It's just that it's habit. But I do like these, and it's not like I would not use these. I think they're fantastic. So I think it's a great shade. I just think it's, it depends on what your needs are. Okay, and now let's talk about the new powder. So they did come out with a new powder called, with the shade Peach Pie. And again, this was for medium to tan warm undertones. So I have two of the other shades, like I mentioned. I have Pound Cake and Cupcake. So I'm gonna try and swatch these. These are setting powders, so it's kind of hard to swatch them. So I'm going to kind of put them on my arm and see how they look, and just try and leave them, not blended out, obviously, and just kind of see how it looks so you can see what it looks like. The Peach Pie might actually work, probably not right now because I'm very pale and I don't have any sort of tan. but maybe when I have a tan or a spray tan, it might be a better suited powder for me more than Pound Cake. But I love Pound Cake, and you know, Cupcake is for fair to light skin tones, pink undertones, brighten and disguise under eye darkness. So Cupcake was like the original under eye powder before they came out with Cherry Blossom. And then Pound Cake is for fair, light, medium, and tan skin tones, golden undertones, brighten and disguise under eye darkness. Now I don't really use that one under my eyes. I use that one pretty much all over my face. And then Peach Pie, like I said, it just says medium to tan with warm undertones. So those are the 3 descriptions of the 3 that I have. Okay, so I'm not sure how much you can see this, but this is going to be Cupcake, this is Pound Cake, and this is Peach Pie. Peach Pie, I actually might work for me. It says medium to tan, but it's actually not that far off. Obviously the undertones are very different. So this one is, you know, more pink. This one is more golden undertones, and this one is more warm undertones. So I'll show you them in the pan, but I think I could actually make Peach Pie work, especially when I have a spray tan. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 3 powders in the pans, and then I'm going to show you like a side-by-side comparison. So this is Cupcake. It's kind of, like I said, has a pink undertone. And then you compare it to Pound Cake, which is definitely more, you know, yellow, golden undertones. And then we'll take Peach Pie, which does have a warm peach undertone. And there you have it. So that is the comparison. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert a picture of these 3 side by side, just so you can see them, so you can see the difference. I think it's easier to see them in the pan than as on my arm because they're a setting powder. Let me go ahead and just apply a little bit of Peach Pie on my face. Now I only have what I put under my eye, but let me just put it on my face and see if it looks ridiculous or if I can make it work, you know, even with no foundation. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of Peach Pie and just kind of apply it. And, you know, actually, I don't think it's too dark for me, which is a surprise. I actually think it's actually not a bad, you know, because I do have like neutral leaning warm undertones. So I'm just gonna apply it on half of my face. Bad day to wear a black shirt, but I'm gonna apply it on half my face and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so here is the side of my face with Peach Pie. This is without, and it's actually not bad. I mean, I was afraid that it was going to be too dark, and it's not. I can definitely make it work. I'm not sure how I'm gonna like it, and if I'm gonna like it more, or, you know, or I still want to stick with my Pound Cake. My Pound Cake is the one that I like, you know, for setting my face. It is my probably one of, if not my favorite setting powder, and especially that shade. Cupcake, I do use sometimes under my eyes, but I have other ones that I use. And then I did just order the Cherry Blossom. But I really like this, and it's not too dark, and I think it may even be a better fit for me when I do have a spray tan, because it's gonna, you know, be able to add warmth, and it is just a tad bit darker than the Pound Cake, but not enough where it's going to be too dark on my face. Now, maybe when I'm editing this, it looks awful and I'll have to eat my words, but right now I actually think it looks pretty good. Okay, so that's it. I'm not gonna put the rest of my makeup on because I'm gonna be filming something else, but I just wanted to do a quick video since I have these 2 new shades. So the products, I think, again, these are 2 staples in my makeup collection. The powder by far is probably my holy grail. You know, I already had it in 2 shades. I ordered a 3rd and now I just got a 4th. So obviously I really like the powder. The color corrector is great. It's a really great color corrector, and it's a solid color corrector. And is it my favorite? No, but it's up there. It's probably my top 3. The color correctors run $30, and then the powder runs $38. You know, and the color correctors, I think what's great about them is that they do have a lot more shades. You know, a lot of them, they only have a few shades. These have, you know, pink, and this new shade, Cherry Blossom. You know, maybe you don't need you know, color correcting for dark circles, but you wanted to brighten. Well, now you have it. So I think it's a great option. For me, I think the Pink Pomelo still works better, but for other people, I think the Cherry Blossom will work better for them. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.